Hey guys, it's Kai from Kai's Kreations. So, let's see. Well, first of all, let's get the intro. I don't know what you'd call it. The first part done. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Please, if you like my content, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button and stick around for a while. I usually do tons of Dollar Tree DIYs and Dollar Tree hauls. I do some other segments on here as well. And, yeah. So, that's basically it. I'm also talking a little quieter tonight for two reasons. Number one, I've noticed on a lot of my videos, my voice comes off really loud. And I do tend to be a very talkative and loud person. So I'm trying to adjust that. Number two, my roommates are sleeping because I'm recording this at 11 o'clock at night. So, I'm trying to speak a little quieter, even though I've done videos in the past and they've said that they're pretty sound sleepers and they're older, so they don't hear as well, so they don't normally hear me, which is good. But yeah, I'm just trying to be considerate. And if you guys have to turn your volume up a little bit, that's okay. I'd rather that than be too loud, which I think in some of my videos I've been pretty loud where you have to turn the volume down a little bit. Anyways, so I stayed home from work sick today. I wasn't feeling good, and I spent about half the day in bed. The other half of the day, I got up and thought, well, I'm home. I should get some stuff done in my room. Well, that didn't work out either. I pretty much was not feeling good most of the day, so I didn't get a lot done. But I started to get one little project done. I'm reorganizing my whole room because I've gotten a bunch of new organizers and stuff lately. I don't know what you call them, like the little plastic bins and drawers and stuff like that. So I'm redoing. I have some new storage containers, which means I can separate out some of my stuff and organize it better than before, if that makes sense. Instead of having stuff all scattered and in different places. Like I have two places where I keep ribbon right now and stuff like that. So my room is like a huge mess because I've been trying to do that this week. I didn't get it done on my days off, so I tried to kind of do that in my time off when I got home from work. That didn't work so well either. Today I was home sick. It didn't work so well. Tomorrow, I am not going to work either. It's a 3-day thing with Dollar Tree. I'm still not feeling my best either. But if you call in sick and it's anything in any way contagious, you have to stay out for the next 3 days to make sure you're better before you return to work. I don't know, it's kind of sucky if you're feeling better the second or third day, but I see why they do it so that we don't get y'all sick or, go to work contagious. Pretty sure my issues are not contagious, but I'm still not feeling good and not at my best, so I will not be at work tomorrow. Anyways, so hopefully I'll get some more stuff done tomorrow. But what I wanted to share with you tonight, now that we're only 3 minutes in, almost 4, but I went down the DIY YouTube rabbit hole today, pretty hardcore, and I've been watching a lot of videos on using recycled products and like plastic containers. Like I watched a whole long video on all kinds of ways you could make like laundry containers, soap containers, all these containers that we throw away or end up in the, landfills or our oceans. I used to be way more into using recycled items in my crafts, and I started watching videos like that and getting back into that again today and feeling bad because I've been doing so many Dollar Tree things, which are good for your budget, but not necessarily best for the environment or have anything to do with recycling. Although I still do save a lot of recycled, like, packaging. I think we have way too much packaging in our lives. So I'm always saving packaging and crazy things like that to see if I can make art out of them or make something useful out of them or reuse them in a different way so that they don't end up in the recycling bin, which may or may not go to a recycling center and be recycled. That's a whole nother subject. Anyways, I was gifted by my roommate's daughter the other day. She had a friend of hers that sold Mary Kay and had a lot of extra stuff, and she was giving away a lot of makeup samples that were still good, so we got some of those. But she also gifted me one of these storage container things, and now it's not in the best of shape. It's still not, and I've cleaned it up quite a bit. One of the things on the side, the tabs that closes it on this side, is broken. So you see I've got a piece of tape here already. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm going to fix that. And it's got some permanent marker on here, some residue. And then when you open it up, it was a little dirty, which I cleaned it really well. It's just scratched up plastic now is why it looks a little blurry, but it's been cleaned really thoroughly. And also, all these little dividers were missing. So I decided, after, giving it some thought, what I wanted to use it for recently, which I'm going to do in a haul hopefully soon. So this is kind of out of order. I got these little galvanized letters, alphabet letters from Dollar Tree. Super cute. You get 13 in a pack. One pack has A through M, another pack has N through Z. So you do need to buy 2 packs, $2 to get the whole alphabet, and you're only getting one of each letter. So I did buy several packs of these because they're so stinking cute, and I know I'll be using these in a lot of crafts. But after kind of thinking, oh, maybe I'll do some washi tape in there, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, I was like, you know what, those letters. Now, if I only had the dividers in here, I could make, 26 layers in the alphabet? I could make individual compartments for each letter, and I could put all the A's in one, all the B's in one, all the C's in one, etc. And then when I'm spelling things out, it'd be so much easier to go through those, because I hadn't even thought about opening all these little packs and what the heck I was going to put all these letters in. So it'd be awesome if they were in their own compartment. Each letter had its own. So, like I said, I started fixing this up. So the first thing I did, and I thought, a lot of us might get these, if you don't have the money to buy them at Walmart or wherever, you might get these used at a thrift store or from a friend or a garage sale or whatever, and they might not be in the best condition. So I just thought I'd make this little video where I'd show you guys how to fix it up a little bit. So the first thing I did, like I said, is I washed the whole thing inside and out really good. Used some spray cleaner and just got in there and scrubbed it out and rinsed it out and then dried it really good. Then the next thing I did, I'm really mad that I am out of, Velcro. And I really thought I had a couple more pieces. I don't know if I've just misplaced them or I really am out. But with my room being in chaos right now, that'll have to wait. I'll have to get some more tomorrow or the next day. But what I did is I took some of this electrical tape, and you can use ribbon or a piece of fabric. What else? I don't think you'd want to use, maybe cardboard, but I don't think you'd want to use cardboard, especially not paper, because it's not durable enough. But I used 2 pieces of this electrical tape, and I just very carefully put the 2 sticky sides together and lined it up as best as I could, cut off any excess sticky parts, and then cut it to fit this. Now what I've done is I hot glued it down one end to the top, and then I put some more hot glue on the top of it so it's super secure on there. Now what I'm going to do when I get the Velcro is I'm going to put one little Velcro tab down here and the other side of the Velcro tab on here. And I'm going to glue those on with either hot glue or maybe even E6000 so they really stay where I put them. And then you'll have a little Velcro closure for this side since that side is broken. And you could do it for both sides if both sides are broken. But that way, see how, like, even when I close this side is a little loose and could come open. That way, with that Velcro closure, that won't happen. See? It'll be closed tight. So there's that. That was the first fix. Now, the second fix I'm going to show you, I didn't take this all off yet because I wanted to show you. I'm just going to use a little goof off. And I haven't tried this yet. It should work, so you never know. Mistakes happen. Maybe it won't work. So I'm going to bring you guys down here. And I have my Goo Gone or Goof Off, whichever you want, in a little spray bottle. So I'm going to spray some of that on there. This spray bottle sticks a little bit. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. I sprayed a few of those on there. I'll let that sit for a little bit. And then I had a rag. I don't know where my rag went, so I'll just use a little piece of paper towel that I have folded up here. So like I said, I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Let me see. You're still not where you can see it. There you go. Okay. So, just going to rub where it is and scratch a little over the top with my fingernail. And let's see here. Well, I'm being picky. There's like a little spot that didn't come up. There we go. Okay, so you can see 99% of that has now come off. So a little bit of Goo Gone and the permanent marker residue, whatever somebody had wrote on there, is gone. Now, the next part, and again, I'm doing the easiest parts first, but this was not the order I did them in. But anyways, I got my label maker, and I made a big label that says galvanized metal letters. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the top so that I know what's in here. I mean, not like I can't see through it and won't know anyway, but still, I like to label things. It's just nice. I might even, depending on, like if I put this on a shelf or something, I might put another label on the side so that when it's on the shelf I can see what it is. So I'm just going to put that right there. Now I have the label on it. But like I said, if I put this on a shelf, like say I put it on a shelf this way, I might put another label on this side so that I know what it is from the label on the side too while it's sitting on the shelf, if that makes sense. So it depends on where I'll sit it. I also did not take off this hook on the top, which some of these don't even have or have anymore, but I thought I might end up hanging this on a wall or something, or on my pegboard. So I'm not taking that off for now, just in case I might actually use it that way. Now, the biggest problem was that there was no dividers. That it's lost all its dividers. And I need those, because I need smaller compartments and more compartments. So, this was a super easy fix, you guys. I just want you... Oh, look, that one just came out. That's funny. I didn't realize that was a removable one, too. Okay, let me put that back in there. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. If you have these that remove... Let's see, which one did I use earlier? It was one of these. Okay, well, we'll just take that one out. If you have removable ones, you can take them out and just literally trace it. Now, what I use, you want a piece of cardboard that, I had one here. Anyways, that is thin enough, but also not too thick, but also not too thin. So, the cardboard I use is from these priority mail boxes that you can get for free at the post office. A cereal box would work. Anything would work. Cereal boxes, things like that might be on the little bit on the thin side. This was a little bit more sturdy. You can see it doesn't bend as easily and stuff. So I would go with those. They're free from the post office. Grab a couple. I use them for mailing things out, and I also use them for crafts. So every time I'm at the post office, I grab a couple of these to have around. The priority mail boxes, they are free. You can just go in the post office and grab them. Anyways, so you could trace this onto there and then cut it out. Or, let's see if you can see that side easier maybe. Or what I ended up doing in some cases, because some of these wouldn't come out early. Now they're all popping out like, oh, easy as pie, which is funny because I was trying to get them out earlier and they wouldn't. But if you don't have some that remove like that, also, say there's no dividers in here or none that remove, you can easily fix this, guys. All you got to do is, you see when you look in here, there's little holders on each side where the divider would be held in place. You see, can you see those? Yeah, see that one and that one right there. So what you want to do is take a piece of cardboard that you know is too big but isn't huge, and you're just gonna hold it up to, let's see if I can show you easier here. You're just gonna hold it up to the, like, start to put it in the slot on the right, and then hold it where it would go in the slot on the left, and then take your pen and just hold it in place, and then just mark it right where you're going to want to cut it. So just mark it like that, and then, I don't know if you can see my little pen mark, but you know where to cut. Then you're going to cut it straight like a square. Then what I did is, once I had that cut, let me see if I can actually show you guys. I'll cut it where the mark is. I cut it a little big on purpose, like on the outside of the mark, and I stuck it in there. Now I could see it went in, but not all the way. So it's a little wider at the top than the bottom. So I just did it again and made it a little more narrow at the top. And again, this time it went all the way in. Now, once it's all the way in, you just measure where you put a line at the top, push it down, and measure a line at the top, and you know where to cut it at the top. So I can cut it right about here. And I think that was actually a little crooked, but you get the idea. And then again, measure it again, put it in there. This is actually a little bit small, you guys. It's popping out of the holders, but that's okay. It's just for showing you purposes. So there you go. Now you know it's flat, and you can always test it by closing it. If it's not letting the lid close all the way, then you need to cut a little bit more off the top. Then, to be super fancy, just because I wanted to, well, also it does serve a purpose. You'll notice the bottom of these is rounded. See how it's kind of rounded at the bottom of each one? So if I put in the square one like this, let me see if I can show you guys. There was a gap at the bottom where it wasn't reaching the bottom, and one of these little metal letters, or if you had beads in here or something, could slide under there and go into the wrong compartment. So all I did is just eyeballed it, and I took something round. I think I had a big round lid from a paint thing or something, and you could even eyeball it and just round it off the edges a little bit like that, and then cut it so that it looks sort of like that. And that's a really rough cut, you guys, but you get the idea. You can go for perfection if you use a round thing, but sort of like that. And then when I put them back in, it went all the way down to the bottom and left no room for things to slide around. And if you want these in there permanently, you can also put a little bit of glue on each side and then slide it in, and it'll be permanently in there and in place. I don't know if I want them permanently or not, so I'm not going to do that. Then, to be even more fancy, again, don't have to do this part at all. That part was more functional, though. You don't want things sliding under. I painted both sides of mine. So, I painted both sides red. You can paint them black, you can paint them gray, white, I don't care. I just didn't like all the lettering and the stuff on the cardboard was showing, and it looked kind of tacky to me. So, again, you absolutely don't have to do that. I did it so that mine would all look nice, and I just chose red because it's a paint I don't use very often, so I knew I wouldn't need it anywhere else. And now I can put all these in here. Oops, that one got stuck to the paper. Let me see. I'm not going to do all of them per se, but I'm just going to show you the idea. So now that these are all made, I can put them down in there, and I have more spaces. See? Check it out, guys. So there you go, trash to treasure. If you find one of these, which are awesome containers for craft supplies at a thrift store, yard sale, garage sale, or a friend gives you one, and they're beaten up and damaged, but they can be fixed, guys, in different ways. So instead of thinking, that's damaged, that's not going to work for me, tossing it aside, go ahead and take that bargain, because these are a little pricey sometimes at stores, and you can easily fix it up like I did. If you guys do this with one of yours, or have ever had this happen before, or if you have these already and you use them for craft supplies, or if you I don't know, have other ideas of ways to use these or upcycle them or make old broken ones work again, leave me a comment below. Send me pictures, anything. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear what your experiences with these craft storage bins are and what you guys have done with them. So that's about it for right now. And if no one's told you today, you are amazing. You are beautiful inside and out. You are wonderful. You are, let's see, capable. You are strong. And you are enough. And I, for one, am glad you're here so much. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Bye.